Well, hey guys, welcome back, or welcome. This is your first visit to my channel. My name is Matt Samolsky. I'm Matt the Car Guy. This channel I do car reviews. Today I'm back at Jaguar of Schaumburg, Illinois, and I'm here with this 2021 Jaguar F Pace. Well, some of you might be thinking, hey Matt, did you move back to Illinois since you're filming so many cars here? And the answer is no. I'm still in Florida. It just happened to be I'm working in Illinois this week, and I decided to visit some of my friends, Jaguar of Schaumburg, Land Rover of Schaumburg, Mercedes-Benz of Hoffman Estates, and they allow me to film some of their cars, so why not take advantage of it? Guys, this is a 2021 F Pace. We're going to take a look at the exterior, interior, check out some cool and interesting features inside of this vehicle, peek underneath the hood, and finally take it for a spin. So if you're ready, let's go. Well, hey guys, so the F Pace is not a brand new model. Matter of fact, I think came out in 2017 or so. Now, it's been some few different changes on it. They, with the redesign the hood a little bit. Now, the hood is a little bit more sporty or more aggressive. It has this raised middle portion right here, along with some body lines alongside of it. And I really like this grille up front. Now, it's big Jaguar logo. Now, it does have the front camera right here, so that tells me that this one is equipped with like the 360 or the top view camera. The light, nice aggressive light, sporty light. Now they have this hockey sticks, this dual hockey sticks, the LED as well as the fully LED lights on the inside. Now this part right here, this is not a real air intake. This is actually closed up. Now this is open. You can see the air can go through here as well as at the bottom of it, but this is just a design element. But even those fins, they look pretty cool on it. Now the fog lights, if you were wondering, they're mounted right here at the very bottom portion of the bumper, so very low positioning of the fog lights, but I guess that adds to the sporty design of this vehicle. It also has this trim right here that's basically the glossy black, and this is the Bluefire blue color on this one. Looks spectacular, by the way. So we'll check out what hides underneath here, because there's two different engine options. This is one of them. Let's take a look at it now. Well, the hood is open. Let's see what's underneath here, and this is one of the two engine options Jaguar has for this year's F Pace. This is the 2-liter engine, and this one is a 246 horsepower. It's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Not the craziest thing out there, not the fastest thing out there. If you want something faster, you could opt in for a 3-liter engine, which is basically a turbocharged and supercharged, and produces 335 or 395 horsepower depending on the configuration you get. So that's pretty cool on there. Obviously the hydraulic struts on it like a typical luxury car should be, and let's back it up a little bit. It looks really cool. It looks really sporty. It's got that aggressive stance on it. I like this car. Well, so yeah, let's take a look at this one. I mean, if you're looking for a sporty, dynamic, aggressive looking vehicle and in the sport utility, I mean, that's definitely should be on your list, at least to check it out, test drive it, see if it's going to fit your needs. But look at this. I mean, nice aggressive styling, very long hood, kind of sloped down a little bit. Now this trim right here, blacked out trim, blacked out wheels on this one. Now these are 20s. Now this is the P250S, which standard comes with 19s. These are upgraded wheels on this Jaguar. Nice glossy black color, glossy black trim at the bottom of the doors. And what else do we have? Oh, this one is equipped with this keyless entry system, the keyless go. So the key is inside right now, so it's not going to work, but you don't have to press any buttons on it. As long as you touch the door handle or stick your hand underneath here, it's going to either lock or unlock this vehicle right here. It does have the turn signals right in the mirrors right here. Mirror caps the same color as the rest of the car, and it does have camera, so that tells me right now for sure that it does have that 360 on here. Now it slopes down a little bit here for a little bit sportier design, and it beefs up kind of in towards the back of the car, and we're going to check out that portion of it right now. Well, all right, so let's check out the back portion of this vehicle. I mean, it's kind of where it puts all together, it kind of blends together. So the lights that start right on the fenders right here, nicely designed, kind of the narrow sporty lines. As a matter of fact, these lights have like a trim within the trim. I'll give you a close-up of it so you can see it. They're pretty cool, you know. So mostly they're LEDs. They have the backup lights in here, a little bit of a reflector right at the bottom here, reflectors right in that bottom portion of the bumper right here, and then the F Pace Jaguar, and these are all nicely glossy black. Now it has this huge gate spoiler with the incorporated LED brake light in here, windshield wiper, and then there's no exhaust tips that are visible. However, they are underneath here, so the exhaust is hidden. This is not a performance vehicle, so that doesn't have to be screaming that in here. Well, let's pop this open and let's see how much room is there inside of this vehicle right here. And I gotta tell you, there's got plenty of cargo room inside of here. It does even have, look at this, it does even have the full-size spare tire. Now this is not as nice rim as the rest of it, but it's a full-size spare tire. And it looks like the 40-20-40 split on the seats, 12-volt power adapter in here, and a couple of bag hooks in here. That's about all you can see in this cargo area in here. Okay, let's talk interior for a second here. As far as roominess, I got the room in front. Now my legs are almost touching the seat, but they're not, so tight, but you know, still enough for a 6-foot adult. I do have a few inches over my head, so enough headroom and enough shoulder room for pretty much 2.5 adults, 2 adults, maybe 1 kid. It's not the widest vehicle out there, but it's fairly comfortable. You know, if you want to check out the rest of the interior, then come on in. It does have this real wood trim, and it's kind of this ash gray aluminum trim around here. Meridian, that's the stereo that they're using. That's Land Rover Jaguar stereo of choice, basically. And if you look at the seats, nicely trimmed leather seats. Those are ebony color. Now it does have the middle compartment right here with the cup holders. What else do we have in here? We have a little bit of a seat back net right there, and in the back do we have controls for the rear ventilation, heating, air conditioning? No, but we do have the vents, no controls on it, just to close and open. And then we also have the regular power outlet in here. Now you can probably see it from here, but it does have this nice size panoramic sunroof. Part of it opens, part of it is fixed, but it does let in the extra light to the interior of this vehicle. Okay, so let's open up the door, but before we do that, let me show you something. See this little key thing right here with the arrow pointing down, okay, right in here. Now underneath here there's a little hole in here, and then you put your key in it and you can remove this portion of the trim in order to manually unlock the car. Food for thought, just in case you didn't know what happens in case you run out of batteries and you know you can't open the car with the remote. So let's see how it sounds, and it's decent. It's not the most exciting thump that I've ever had, but it's decent, definitely. Front door, same as the rear door, and here's what I like. I mean, I like it and I don't at the same time. You can't see any of those buttons because they're not lit up, but this is the mirror controls basically, and this is the window lock in here, and this is to fold down the mirror and all that stuff, but you can't see anything unless you actually start the car. Then they all come alive, and we're going to check that out in just a little bit. Bunch of controls for the seats. Now, does it have that front support for your knees? And yes, it does. Nice support for the seats, many adjustments. for your comfort in here. And then it does have this nicely kind of diamond stitched leather seats, sporty. Okay, and this is how the interior looks like. See if there's anything in here other than the power gate button and the dimmer. There's nothing in here, so let's jump inside and see where the magic happens. Well, here guys, let's check this out, because I haven't been Jaguar in a while, but I love the shape of the steering wheel, the combination of aluminum and leather and this big Jaguar logo right here, and then this piano black. Now that's where all the buttons come alive. But let's check a look in the middle here. You can see this Jaguar F Pace in the middle here, and this is your new infotainment system. They upgraded it to their newest version of the infotainment system. Kind of a curved screen. If you look at it from the side, you can see the curvature on it. It's not a really straight screen. Really nice, really bright. We'll check it out in just a little bit, but let's push the magic button. Let's get this car cooled down. The magic button is right here, by the way. Let's get it cooled down because it's really hot outside. Good afternoon. Well, good afternoon to you too, Jaguar. Okay, I'm gonna lock the door and see what happened. Look at the steering wheel now. See all of these buttons now, they lit up. They weren't lit up before. So this is basically for your cruise control and the heated steering wheel. That's right here. Now on this side, you have the voice control, you have the telephone, and then you can control of what's going on actually in the screen right in the middle here. Take a look at the instrument cluster right inside of here. Left hand side, you get the speedometer. Right hand side, you get the tachometer. You have the gas gauge and temperature gauge, and then this is a brand new car. It's got 21 miles on it. In the middle right here, you can see that it's displayed. That's the radio. But what you want to do is see it gives you a bunch of options to choose from right at the top. So display, vehicle, media, trip, and then we'll go back to the same thing, display, vehicle, and see the features of the vehicle, show warnings, tire information. So just the basic information in here. I actually like, if they have it, and I'm not sure if this one has it, to see info panel and layout, so you can check it out. One dial, full map, media, driver's assistance. So this is pretty cool. Different designs. We've seen it on a lot of Range Rovers. See, here's your map. Okay, if you like to do that, still got your miles per hour, you know, so you still have your speed at the top. And one dial, this is the type of display where you have the map on the side, and you can actually get out of here, and that's where we're going to leave it like this. Okay, so you can customize this screen to your liking. But this one right here is what I'm really most excited about, because this is their newest infotainment system. And let's just go back. Okay, this is your main screen right here. So you have navigation, phone, media right here. And look at this. It's sunny outside. There's a lot of light coming in the car, and the glare is not too bad in here. So let's start with the navigation. Okay, nice big navigation. This is over 11 inches, so it's like having a regular size iPad in your car. Now you can go to phone. You can add the device in here. You can have media. Okay, the Meridian system sounds really good. I checked that out. Unfortunately, I can't play it for you. And then you have different features. So seats. Okay, let's see what we have as far as seats. Front seats, seat heat, we don't need it. Now they're not ventilated in this particular model, but they are available as an option for the ventilated seats. Are they? Look at this. All you have to do, and yes, they are. I can feel the air coming through. Ventilated seats. So they have 3 positions for ventilated seats, and if you go to the positive, it starts heating up. See? Okay, we're gonna keep them on cold. This is awesome. Okay, go back. Let's see. All surface information, cameras. I want to see that cameras, because there's a lot of cameras in this vehicle. Oh, look at this. You have this little F Pace standing there, and then you have different camera angles that you can see. So this is what's showing right now. We want to see it from a different angle. Boom, right here, and you can see the cars around it. This is crazy. Okay, this is exactly where I'm standing. This one kind of shows you the side view of it. This one, we're gonna check it out from the front. I have no idea how they do it, just to give you that it looks like a computer game, but it's pretty cool. So you're gonna check out the front camera view, the wide angle, the narrow angle, the rear camera, okay, narrow angle, wide angle, narrow angle in here, and there's totally different camera views. That's awesome. That's why all these cameras were for front, side mirrors, you know, all that stuff. That's great. Well, let's go back in here and see what other features are here. So valet mode, eco data, all surface information. Not sure what that is, so let's check this out. Oh, so this is your different drive modes basically. Dynamic, comfort, okay. We're in the comfort mode right now, but we can change that right here. By the way, this is kind of typical to Range Rover Jaguar. You push it, it pops open, and you can change the different driving modes right here, so you can actually see, okay, rain, dynamic, so used to exploit the vehicle's full on-road potential. Comfort, provides balanced driving experience. Eco, used to assist efficient driving and reduce fuel consumption. Rain, ice, and snow, used in adverse surfaces condition. So navigation, we've seen phone media, low traction lounge. So this is what it's asking me about. To ensure the following: vehicle stationary, foot off, accelerator activated, off or descent control only. But I really like that interface. I really like it because it's nice, it's bright, it's easy to read, it's fairly self-explanatory, and you know, you can probably learn it really quick. Now what's underneath here? So you can see established 1935 Jaguar Coventry, so it is a Jaguar vehicle. And then what you see in here, the multi-function dials. Okay, why do I say that? Because right now, okay, when I twist it, okay, so you can see that it changes the temperature. Okay, now when I push it, it gives me the seat heating and cooling right here, and when I pull it, okay, it gives me the fan speed control. So multi-function dials. I love it about Range Rover or Land Rover and Jaguar, their innovation and the use of space. It's pretty cool. So again, here we can have shortcuts for the seats, auto sync, auto, that's for the climate control. And right at the bottom here, you have a surface where you can place your phone for wireless charging. Oh, here's a gear shifter, kind of different. Okay, you actually have to grab it, push this little lever here, and then you can see the displays in here which gear the vehicle is in. So how do I get it? Okay, so if I push it twice all the way to the back, it puts it in the sport mode, and I believe that activates the pedal shifters that are right here behind the steering wheel, which is pretty cool. Park, you know, just press the button and it goes in park, and everything else is self-explanatory. Now what else you have here? Engine start stop button. Now you have the radio, power, and volume control. And on this side here, this is where you control the drive modes, as well as you can turn that hill assist, as well as to turn off the traction control. So let's see, decent size cup holders. You have the regular power outlet in here. This one closes, so if you want to be nice and smooth and clean look, that's what it is. And then it does have a little bit more of a storage compartment right inside of here. Now overall, the design of the cabin is very pleasing to the eye. I mean, it does have some of the soft plastic, kind of vinyl looking, but it's not. At top, it has this nice big vents, give you a lot of air, quite a bit of air. They can control them. You can also turn them on and off. Continuation of it, even though these are not vents, the vents are all the way at the in the back of it, but it looks kind of nice to the eye. And this kind of ash black wood trim, not shiny, I really dig it. So nice cabin right here at the top, regular mirror. This one doesn't have it, but I know Jaguar and Land Rover have the power or the camera mirror. Now the roof, you can press it once and it's only going to tilt it, press it twice and it's going to open up. Big windscreen right here. Let's close it up. Let's close the shade and let's see how much darker it's actually going to get in this cabin once we close this shade in here. It's a big panoramic sunroof, by the way. See, that shade is coming up all the way here, and see how much darker it gets right now. So on a day like today, okay, you don't want to have too much sun hitting your head. That is it. This is it. This is the interior of it. Let's take this and see how it drives. Hey guys, so before I take it for a spin, let's talk a little bit of what this F Pace is and where does it fit in the market segment right now. So size-wise is very similar to vehicles like the X3, the Q5 Audi, maybe the GLC Mercedes. So that's basically like Range Rover Evoque. Maybe it's even smaller than Evoque a little bit, but kind of like in that range. And it certainly fits in with the parameters as far as the engine and performance. Now this one is styled a little bit more aggressive than the competition. Probably BMW would be another one that's styled a little bit more aggressive, or the AMG series Mercedes. So price wise, where does it stand? So the base F Pace, the 250, which is not this one, is at $49,995, and the F Pace S, which is like this one, $53,895. Now this one has a few extra options. You've seen the wheels, you've seen a couple other ones. I'll post all of the options in the description of this video so you can see of what's not standard on the vehicle that I'm driving today. So this one, as it sits, that I'm sitting in right now, it's just over $60,000 including destination charge. And you know, the R design, which is that 3-liter engine, that would start at like $59,395, the P330, that's all-wheel drive automatic, and then you can option it up, and I'm sure it can end up way over, you know, $70,000, or you know, just in that range. So that would be in the price range of, let's say, a GLC 43 AMG, or the X3M, or the SQ5, you know, all those more of performance vehicles. But anyways, I'm excited to see of how this base model basically drives. Shifter is pretty nice to the touch. It confused me a few times when trying to switch gears, and maybe that's because I drive so many cars, and this one is just a slightly bit different. Now we're looking at the rear view camera, the top view. Now you're also looking at the trajectory lines, and we can see in the front, if I'm going to be able to fit in between those two cars, right? And this is where those side cameras, you know, would come in handy. It just shows you right here that if I continue on this path, I would most likely hit this car. Now I straighten the wheel a little bit and see that beeping went away, and it looks like I'm going to be able to clear that even in the tight corners like this. So that's why I'm saying that these 360 cameras, now they're great gadgets, and some people say, well, you know what, if you can't see it, you know, then you shouldn't be driving. And you know, I agree with that, but that's what the technology is for, is to help us with this situations. So 360 camera, pretty good. As far as maneuvering, you can see that this car can turn quite tightly on that, but I'm gonna see if I can do a quick 360 turnaround without disrupting too much of the traffic in here. And we did. Turns pretty good. A lot of traffic on this dealer lot, but overall I gotta give it to the F Pace. I mean, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty solid as far as the feel of this vehicle, the way the steering wheel feels, the way that the pickup is, the way that, you know, the visibility is. So far so good, so no complaints here whatsoever. I'm actually going to turn on this navigation. I'm one of the guys that like to look at the screen, even though I know where to go, I know where I'm going, but I just kind of like to have this on. And let's get it out on the open road, and let's see how this cat purrs. Okay, now in the dynamic mode. Okay, now we're gonna see the acceleration. I got the red light in here, so I'm gonna have to benefit of being the first one in line and actually see if we're gonna be switching it now. I want to make sure I'm in dynamic mode. Okay, all right, let's go. I gotta tell you, it's not overwhelming, and it's kind of, I was hoping it's gonna have this quicker pickup from 0, but it got up to speed. And as you could see, I mean, I was next to the cars that were accelerating as well, and it kind of you know, keep a good distance in front of them. So this is a pretty quick, and it's not super fast though. It's probably 6 point some seconds, 0 to 60, so it's on the slower side, but hey, it's not struggling, let's put it this way. Handling gear is great, visibility is good. I'd love to check out the P340 with the 395 horsepower. 250 versus 395, 140 horsepower difference. That could be a game changer for many. And as far as the dynamics though, as far as the feel of this car is really good. So I like it. I'll give it a thumbs up. It doesn't have too much of the body roll, which is pretty cool. You get a little bit on that windy road, and it goes. Okay, and we're gonna turn around. Do I have enough room to turn this thing around? And barely, but I do. Here's the thing, it's definitely a nice competitor in that segment. It's not slouchy, it's not too slow, but it's not super fast. So it's just a base vehicle. If you want the performance, go for the P340, go for the 395 horsepower. I'll give this vehicle a thumbs up. I like it, I enjoy it. Definitely check it out if it's something in your plans to get a vehicle like this, or at least look at it. And guys, if you like watching channels like this, or watching videos like this, if you haven't subscribed already, it helps me a great deal. It gives me not only motivation, but it gives me the views, it gives me the exposure, and it gives me the ability to get more cars in front of you. So hit that subscribe button, doesn't cost you anything. Smash that like button, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.